All right, this is a twin flame soulmate reading for the collective. A little different than what I would normally do, but for those of you in twin flame separation or union, likely separation as twin flames tend to go, this will be a very useful reading for you. I'm going to use two decks, one for the divine feminine and one for the divine masculine side of the equation. I'm going to start some shuffling right now while I clear up a few things about this reading and about twin flame connections. This applies if you're a soulmate connection in general too, but generally a twin flame connection are twin souls. So they tend to be fraught with a lot of problems. There's usually a separation period. There's almost the stages of grief that go with it, where there's denial and all sorts of things. We're just going to take the collective energies right now and see where things are. This may or may not resonate with you depending on where you're at in your twin flame connection. However, this is a timeless reading and energies are cyclical. So if it doesn't resonate with you now, it might resonate with you in 6 months or a year or something along those lines. So kind of remember, if it's something that doesn't resonate with you, kind of remember what I was driving at and what I was saying, and come back, I guess. However, for a lot of you, a few of you anyway, it's going to resonate, and it's going to be pretty cool. Let's just kind of see what's going on in the head of your twin flame. Let me shuffle the other deck while I continue to explain that roles can be reversed. If you're the female in this connection, you can be the divine masculine. You could be the masculine energy. If you're a dude, you can be the divine feminine, okay? You could be a sensitive dude, maybe a water sign or something like that. You can be either or. So pick whichever side resonates with you, and don't get offended. If you're a guy, I'm not, don't go freaking out. I'm not some chick, man. I'm not some chick. It's not about that. These are energies. Yin and yang, okay? Light and dark, kind of a thing like that. So we all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And in relationships, one tends to shine out above the other. Typically in my relationships, I'll admit to you, I'm the divine feminine. I'm a very sensitive person. I tend to be more sensitive than most women, actually, but I'm empathic, so that, I read people's energy. I don't like going to state fairs or concerts or things like that because there's just too many people there. And I pick up on all their energy. And not all people are good. And that's not always nice. I end up being very tired at the end of an evening. But I put on a good act anyway if I have to do it. So this deck is going to be the divine feminine, and this deck is going to be the divine masculine. You decide which one you are. We're going to pull some energies and see where everyone's at. And I'm going to try to do this without spilling cards all over the floor. So let's cut the deck for this one. We have not cut this deck yet. We cut the other deck already. And let's get rolling. Now that everybody's clear on what this reading is and is about, those of you who know about twin flames and know you're in a twin flame connection are already familiar with this. And the title probably brought you in here for a reason, which means you're pretty much at this point, kind of a thing. So let's see. Let's pull a card for the energies around the divine feminine. All right? The Knight of Wands, the Son of Wands in this deck, or Son of Wands in this deck, the Knight of Wands. Let's pull the energy around the divine masculine. The Knight of Wands. Do you realize the statistical odds of two decks, two full tarot decks being shuffled, okay, being cut right before your eyes, and I pull off the top card of each deck, the Knight of Wands is at the top. Do you seriously, those of you who do math and things like that, that is insane. When you count the positions of the cards and reversals and all of that, we're looking at about a 1 in 400,000 chance, roughly 1 in 370,000 chance that any given card will come up in any given position in a standard tarot reading from one deck. From two decks, it's exponential at that point. We have to square it down. Oh my God, it's insane. This is insane that this happened. Okay, enough. Sorry, it's the math side of me that goes crazy with this. What does this mean? Well, it means you're both kind of thinking the same thing. You're mirroring each other. That's what it means. It means you and your twin flame are mirroring each other. And that's probably going to be the title of this that brought you in here, because that is incredible. The odds of that are incredible. Let me pull from this deck, the other deck, give it a quick shuffle, and let's get the energy around the connection itself. Okay, and here we go. This card flipped out of the deck. The energy around the connection is the Eight of Wands. It's a card of communication. It's a guitar. It's a guitar. It's a card of fast action, movement. This is incredible. You're both mirroring each other with two cards of fast movement. The Knight of Wands comes rushing in. He's impulsive. The Divine Feminine wants to come rushing in. The Divine Masculine is ready for this. And communication is going to happen. Now, from which source, we don't know. Okay, we're going to try to get some more cards that don't mirror, so we have some more information. Let me get some more information on the Divine Feminine. This is Divine Feminine, this is Divine Masculine, and remember, roles can be reversed. You can be either or. No matter what sex you are, it doesn't matter. Let's get some more information on the, let's see what's going on in the head of the Divine Feminine here, okay? Wow, that's incredible. Two Knight of Wands on the top of two decks. Nine of Wands and the Fool. Okay, so the Divine Feminine is likely going to come towards the Divine Masculine at this point. We haven't pulled any cards here, and I'm telling you guys something right now. I'll tell you right now, if I pull the Nine of Wands and the Fool on this side, I'm shutting this video off, and you're never going to see me again, because I'm going straight to the store to buy a lottery ticket. Okay, because I think I can win today. So just keep that in mind. At this point, the Divine Feminine is the one that's going to be coming towards the Divine Masculine with communication. Okay, that's the way it looks right now. Let's take the other deck. Okay, am I getting a lottery ticket today or what? I'm going to give it a quick shuffle. Let's see what's going on in the head of the Divine Masculine. Let's see what we got here. Wow, you guys are mirroring each other big time, big time. If either one of these cards comes out, I'm gonna freak. Three of Cups, whew, no lottery ticket today. And the Empress. Okay, so the Divine Masculine wants a reconciliation, is the one who wants. The Divine Feminine wants to come forward. This is action, the Fool. They're a little bit apprehensive about it, but they know they have to do it. The Divine Masculine feels exactly, you two feel exactly the same way about each other. You're mirroring each other, and statistical odds well into 1 in a million, okay, that these two cards would come out on the top of two decks, shuffled and cut. That's unreal. In this position, in the same position as well, in the reading. The Divine Masculine is down for it, He wants some reconciliation, and wants to start anew, to birth something. The Empress is always birthing something new. So again, the Divine Masculine is really open to this communication. In fact, I'll go out on a limb and say the Divine Masculine is waiting for this communication. Okay? And again, you could be the woman in the relationship and be the Divine Masculine. All right? So keep that in mind. It's not something, you don't have to get all self-conscious with yourself. I know most of my viewers are women, according to the YouTube stats, but if you are one of the 14% that are guys, don't worry about being Divine Feminine or whatever. It's okay. You don't have to worry about that. We're going to pull a card here. We're going to pull some more clarifiers on the Divine Feminine. And here we go. Fell on the floor, the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. Lots of pentacles here. Okay. The Divine... Here's what I'm getting from this. The Divine Feminine side of this was probably in the past. I think the Divine Masculine taught the Divine Feminine some things. Okay? I think the Divine Feminine... I don't have a card that backs it up right now, but I think the Divine Feminine has been watching the Divine Masculine for a while. These are some of the energies that have been coming up in some of my readings, particularly the Valentine readings and some recent random love readings that I did, random timeless readings. The Divine Feminine used to be really focused on money. It was like they were just, all about money. Maybe thought love was money, kind of is what I'm sort of driving at here. Maybe thought that, you marry someone because they're secure and they come from a good statusy family, or again, how much money do you have, kind of thing. But they've changed that outlook. Because the divine, and I'm going to pull the same position here on the divine masculine, the Queen of Wands and the Judgment. Oh my goodness. I'm going to throw one more because this one wants to come out. There it is, the King of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the King of Pentacles on both sides here. Both sides. You guys are mirroring each other so much. I hate the word mirroring. I hate it. I despise it. I swore when I started this channel I'd never say the word mirroring. But this is mirroring. Okay? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Straight up mirroring. Two King of Pentacles. Wow. Okay, so the Divine Feminine used to be into money, and that's why they loved. That's why they went into relationships. The Divine Masculine also used to be into money, maybe way in the past, but had some kind of epiphany. Okay? Something happened with the Divine Masculine that changed them. And they're all about passion now. They're all about passion and love. We're getting cards like the Empress and the Queen of Wands. These are cards of passion. These are cards of birthing new things. Okay, these are incredible cards of that sort of thing. The Divine Masculine is very enlightened. And I do think now I'm backing up my statement that the Divine Masculine has taught the Divine Feminine a few things. Okay, holy crap to the mirroring. And that's why this one, it's interesting, this card wanted to come out. It's stuck. It's stuck out of the deck. It was like this. It was like this in the deck after I put these two cards down. So I went, all right, I'll take it. And it's the mirror right there. It's unbelievable. Okay, let's see what the Divine Feminine is going to do here. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a shuffle. You always shuffle between clarifying cards. For those of you that read tarot, you're always shuffling. I can't emphasize that enough. It's very important. But I can talk and shuffle at the same time. We're going to find out what the Divine Feminine is going to do here, what actions they're going to take. But yeah, used to love for money, but they've changed. They've been maybe listening or reading to things that the Divine Masculine had to say, and or maybe you were talking and you sort of flipped them. The Divine Masculine sort of flipped the Divine Feminine around, and they're starting to see the light that the Divine Masculine saw, and is a bit more passion focused. They know that love is love. It's a feeling. It's felt. It's not something that you can think. Okay? It defies logic. When you love someone, there's no logic to it. If you try to apply logic to it, you'll just get confused, overthink it, and never do anything. And that's kind of what's happened here, and the change is obvious in the Divine Feminine wanting to come forward toward the Divine Masculine. All right, so here we go. Let's see here. Four of Pentacles. What the Divine Feminine is going to do about this. Okay, the Divine Feminine definitely does not want to lose the Divine Masculine. Okay, this person doesn't want to lose this person. They want to hold on to this person. There's been some bickering or some sort of misunderstanding in the past or something like that. They want to put that down. This is the Four of Wands because they want the Four of Wands. So we're going from the Five of Wands to the Four of Wands. Okay? We're coming out of conflict into home and happy, and the Four of Wands are the couple holding hands, skipping through the field, the happy wedding, that kind of card. So that's what the Divine Feminine is going to do about this. They're going to hold on to the Divine Masculine, take it from all the bickering and misunderstanding, clear all that up, and get this thing to the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a spectacular card to have in this position, in this reading. Now, when that happens, let's find out what the Divine Masculine is going to do. Because the Divine Masculine may have some opinions about the Divine Feminine. There are some misunderstandings to clear up here. All right, it's possible the Divine Masculine is unaware of the changes the Divine Feminine has gone through, and still thinks the divine feminine is stuck up or status seeking or, whatever. Just, how much money you got kind of thing. So let's see. All right, Page of Swords and Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting. Okay, the divine masculine has been I said this before and I'll say it again, has been waiting for this to happen. This Fool, this Eight of Wands, for sure. One or both of you have been spying on each other. I'm just going to take the next card and make sure it's not. Okay, I just wanted to see if the next card on top for the feminine was the Page of Swords. It's not. We're okay. I'm going to pull one more card here. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, okay. So the divine masculine has some truth to share as well to help clear this up. I think the misunderstanding, okay, can only be cleared up by the divine masculine. All right. So what the divine feminine wants these misunderstandings cleared up, and the divine masculine may have even stated that there's some misunderstandings. I like the chance to clear these up. They are on this side. There's a lot of misunderstandings to clear up here. All right. So the divine masculine wants to communicate, but I don't see any action going forward from this side. I see all the action cards are on this side. All right. This side is about waiting, and hey, I got some things I want to say, and hey, I'm about passion. I'm down for reconciliation. I feel the same way about you as you feel about me. I had an epiphany in the past that changed me from, worrying about money to worrying about love. This person over here, listen to all that, changed. They want to hold on to this person. They want to go from this Five of Wands, miscommunication, misunderstanding, to the Four of Wands, which is happy home, happiness, all of that. Let's get some clarification on this Eight of Wands. So let's see what's going on here. What's the outcome of this? I mean, where are we heading here? Where are we heading? All right, here we go. I'm going to use the deck of the Divine Feminine to pull these. We got the Sun. You might be dealing with a Leo. You might be dealing with a fire sign of some kind. And we got the Nine of Swords. And I'll pull one more here. We got the Six of Swords. So yeah, sometimes it's better to sometimes you can get away with pulling two clarifiers, but if your middle clarifier leaves you hanging in the story, you need to pull a third, maybe a fourth. Okay. So what's happening here? We've got communication coming from the divine feminine to the divine masculine. Definitely moving forward with that. No doubt. Wants to hold on to this. They're going to come in, very happy. This is a card of happiness. The Sun is a very, very happy card. They're going to come in happy. They're stressed out about it. They're up. They're pacing the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning with a bottle of whiskey. But the end result of the communication is moving on to clearer waters, the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords in most decks is that boat with the people in it that are sailing out to clear waters. This is fantastic. This is absolutely terrific. This whole thing moves on to clearer waters. You've got two people right here that have been in separation, have some miscommunication, some misunderstandings, are wanting to clear it up. We got one side who learned from the other side, okay? This side learned from this side for sure about what love is, and that it's not just about how much money someone has or how much security there is. No such thing as security anyway. We all learned that during COVID, if nothing else. But the world economy could fall apart in a snap of a finger. You could wake up one morning a billionaire, wake up the next morning broke. We only need just a couple of bad stock market days, and that takes care of that. There's no such thing as security, all right? And sad part is a lot of people in the world don't even know how to change a tire, let alone take care of themselves if they didn't have piles of money. We're relying a little too much on technology, says the guy on YouTube. Okay, so hypocrite alert should flash up on the screen. So that's what's happening here. We've got a communication coming in that's going to clear things up, and we've got a person here who has seen the light and it really wants to come forward. This has been going on a long time. Let me pull a couple of cards from the masculine deck here. I'm just going to throw them over the top. I'm just going to ask the universe, any other information from the universe that the viewer needs to know. Whichever side, doesn't matter. Just general information that the viewer should know. Okay, here we go. Let's cut the deck. Let's see. Let's see what we got. I should be cutting away from me because I'm reading for other people. I'm aware of that, but I don't have room on the table, so sorry. For those of you who are stickler tarot readers, if you're cutting a deck and you're reading for yourself, you cut the deck towards yourself. If you're reading for someone else, you cut the deck away from yourself. That's typically the way it's done. For those of you that read cards and are into that sort of trivia. Five of Wands again coming up again. There's some miscommunication here in all of this. There's some sort of misunderstanding that needs to be cleared up. We already know that. Three of Wands. As I said, this has been a long time coming. One or both of you have been waiting to reach out for a very long time. This could go back a ways. Okay. The energy that I get here is this could go back. It could be 3 months. Could only be 3 weeks for some of you. This is a general reading, but it's a collective reading. It's about the collective energy, and the collective energy is telling me this is gone. This is stretching back into. It could even be as far back as late 2019, or any time in between now and then. Two of Wands. Intentions have been set, probably by the Divine Feminine. The intentions have been set, so this is something that's going to happen for sure. The Hierophant, this is a spiritual connection. We already know that. It's a twin flame reading. Thank you, universe. However, interesting about this energy, it ties over here more. They see the divine feminine sees a divine masculine as a spiritual connection, but they didn't in the past, okay? Because it's coming out after the Two of Wands. They really didn't in the past. Again, it's part of the epiphany that's been had over here. And there's the Four of Wands again. Again, this is a connection that has the potential to be very, very happy with some miscommunication cleared up. And I can't emphasize enough, and I know I harped on it a couple of times with the King of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Wands. The King of Pentacles and I want to point out, just for mathematical purposes, is that's how the universe works anyway. It's mathematics. And that's why tarot works, is in fact. That not only were you mirroring, and these two Knights of Wands came out in the same position at the top of the deck of freshly shuffled decks as the first card. Two separate decks, freshly shuffled and freshly cut. But also the other mirroring cards in the key position of the reading, the King of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, also came out in the same position in the reading. Okay? So, again, we've got some. To say you two are mirroring each other is ridiculous. And this is, again, a really, really, really powerful connection. There's no doubt about it. You two are not. It's not one of those things where if you think you're never going to. If you're one of these people and you think you're never going to hear from the other person, you'll go your whole life and you'll never get this straightened out or something like that. That's not possible. You two are mirroring each other perfectly. However, if you're wondering how they feel about you, whichever side you are, however you feel about them is how they feel about you. With the minor exception being whoever needs to clear up the miscommunication is viewing the miscommunication differently. But other than that, one of you is viewing it as the Five of Wands and one of you is viewing it as the Ace of Swords. Okay? So the Divine Masculine is viewing it as, I need to clear this up, I need to share some truth and straighten some things out. Divine Feminine is, the Divine Feminine is saying, there's some truths that need to be straightened out, and, they need to straighten them out. So again, that's the opposite effect. But for the most part, this is some serious mirroring happening here. This is a fabulous connection. If you resonated with this, you've got a really, really good connection with a final outcome that leads to the Six of Swords, which is straight up moving on to clear waters. You guys can clear all this up and get past these horrible stages of, with the twin flames, it's about, denial, and then there's resentment and anger. There's always miscommunication in them. There's always a separation period. But there's also 9 times out of 10, 9.99999 times out of 10, there's also a coming together. So, and that's sort of where we're at here. This Fool card, timing-wise, they're making their move. Okay, this is happening. This is something that's happening. They definitely see the value. The divine feminine sees the value in the divine masculine. All right, so this is going on, and amazing mirroring happening here. So I hope this reading was helpful to you. I know these twin flame readings can be confusing, and when you see collective, you don't know what does that mean, all that stuff. It's just the raw energy of the collective. And if it doesn't resonate with you now, and you just watched it for entertainment purposes, and you're probably not at this stage in your twin flame yet. So come back and watch it again when you start to see signs of being at this stage, or feel signs. You can usually feel when someone's mirroring you. Okay, it's very be sure and pay attention to your dreams. If they're popping up in your dreams, okay, and write them down. Keep a dream journal, you know. But if they're popping up in your dreams, you're probably mirroring. Okay, it's probably a case where your souls are meeting on the astral plane, mostly because twin flames have a soul contract. Okay, that is something that happens. That is something that's real. It's etched in stone. There's a soul contract here, and right now, mirroring. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all the subscribers too. I'm blown away by, I expected to have 25 by now. So to have a couple of hundred or close to it is fabulous. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. We've got all kinds of stuff I'm uploading. I'm uploading stuff every day. I'll be uploading a couple more later on today. So anyway, thanks for watching, and good luck with this.